great. You know, I've been thriving. I've been, you know, pushing. We're in the trenches right now. We're in the depth of training camp. This is the hard bit. You know, the fight. I'm looking forward to the fight. This is the bit right now where, you know, you have to put the graft in, and it all pays off on the night.
You're still the hardest man in Ireland?
There's no one close to me. Until someone's stepping up and taking the hardest fights possible, like I do, call out the hardest fighters, don't deter from hard fights, and challenge yourselves every comp, and they can't call themselves the hardest fighter. And also taking digs from the hardest punchers in the world and staying up and laughing at them.
Is there one fight in your career which defines that title?
Do you know what? The one that really kicked off that I'm a hard man is Jack Catterall. I know I lost it, but thousands of Belfast fans came out to watch it, and the atmosphere was unbelievable, and I really gave it a ring, and I showed everyone that going into that fight, I was expected to get beat in the first 1 or 2 rounds, and I proved to everyone that I've got balls and I've got heart and I've got an engine, and from that fight, I think that's when everyone started taking notice of me.
I haven't watched too much recently, but I've seen him through the years. You know, he's been in great fights. He's been in big fights through his career, so I know what he's all about, and excited. It's a big fight. He's you know, a fighter that's accomplished in the sport, and he's coming into this fight confident that he can do something. And I'm here to prove him wrong, and, you know, show him in the ring, you know, what I'm about.
Your last fight was dubbed the Irish Hagler Hearns. Talk us through it.
Yeah, you know, leading up to the fight, I said I wanted to do one thing, and that was destroy Dylan Moran. There's always a massive needle when it's Ireland v Ireland. There's a lot of pressure, there's a lot more at stake. Even for the big, massive fights that I've had in my career, it's always the Irish v Irish fights that really, really, not worry me, but make me train harder than ever. And that was no different. There was a bit of back and forth with me and Dylan, and I promised that I was going to stop him in the very, very first few rounds. And I went out and done what I said I was going to do. I loved every second of it. Once I felt that he couldn't hurt me, I felt his best shots. That's when I just said, you know what, let's go to war. I'm going to finish this guy.
What sort of adrenaline rush, if that's the right phrase, does that type of fight give you?
Addictive. It's an addictive feeling you get. I just love making people proud as well. So like after laying kind of fights, the whole fan base is coming to you and they're saying how much they love watching your face. You're a hero, you're the hardest man in Ireland. All that kind of things attached to laying fights, I love, and that's what I'm in boxing for. I'm in boxing to entertain people, and then kind of fights are what entertains people. And I love it. I just love being in the centre ring, knocking 2 lumps out of each other, and I know how good my chin is and how hard of a man I am. So it'll take a big, hard man to put a stop to me.
Yeah, it was good to see him in the flesh. Tall, lanky dude, and a lot of false confidence is what I saw. So I'm going to look forward to exposing that on 7th of March. The fighters that really come to win, come to fight, you know, I come to try and do something. That's when, you know, that's what brings the best out of me, and that's what you're going to see. You know, I lay the traps and make people pay.
I thought when I retired that I hated boxing. I was like, oh, I can't wait to retire. I hate training, I hate that, and I hate all this routine and missing parties and all this. And then I retired, and within about 3 weeks I said, what do people do all their lives? Like, my mates are all working, my missus is working, I'm just sitting in the house with my dog alone all day. And I just thought to myself, like, is this life? Like it bored the life out of me. And I have ADHD, so my ADHD was spiraling out of control. I was not leaving bed, and I was depressed more or less during my retirement. Then I thought, you know what, what's the point in this? I seen a doctor, and he was telling me about symptoms for ADHD, and he said, look, you need to be training, you need to be dieting. That's before he knew I was a boxer. You need to be training, you need to be dieting, you need to be everything that I do in boxing. You need to be doing for my lifestyle, and it helps me big time. And that's why I came back to it. I love it more than I thought I loved it. I love it with everything. Like it's my life.
So as much as you love boxing for everything you said about the adrenaline knocking two lumps out of each other, it's actually taken on an extra significance now because of ADHD.
Yeah, like when I retired, as I said, I just went a complete different my lifestyle was different, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the spontaneity of all. There's no routine. There was no nothing. I was going to bed at fucking early hours in the morning every night. I was getting up. I was eating junk food all day, and just having a healthy lifestyle. And I need boxing in my life more than I thought I needed.
Where's that crack, Paul? Where's that crack, man, please? Where's the crack? I want to hear the crack. Come on, Charlie not catching up on me. Charlie not catching up on me.
Stepping into 2025, what are you hoping for?
Massive fights. You know, I want to be in big fights, you know, against fighters that have, you know, proved it in the sport already, and come out there and make a statement and end the year setting myself up for world title opportunity. That's what I come into the sport for, to, you know, achieve world title dreams, and this year we're really setting about that and moving towards world title honours. That is the plan, and it all starts with Tyrone McKenna on March 7th and putting in a dominant display, and continuing the charge to become world champion.
I like Harlem, but what I am going to say is he's never had the hardships that most fighters had. He's been blessed with his second name, and that's Eubank, and he's been guided to where he is in 20-0. He's 20-0, and let's be honest, it's called spade a spade. He hasn't fought anyone. My 12th fight, I was fighting Jack Catterall. So that just shows the confidence levels here, that his team aren't that confident that he's went to 20-0 without fighting. I'm his first step up. I'm his first real opponent. And I think that shows confidence in him, a lack of confidence in him, that his team have waited to 20-0 for him to have his first hard fight. I think I'm going to be too much for him. I think he hasn't had the tough fights, the learning fights that he needs for this kind of step up. It's going to be a completely different level for him. I think being in his hometown as well, there's going to be a lot of pressure. I'm away from home, there's zero pressure on me. He's a bookie's favourite, so there's zero pressure on me going into this fight. And I just think it's too early for him.
I think he was trying to put across the point that I've never felt pressure before, and that I'm all of a sudden, you know, feeling the pressure of the fight. I think, you know, largely he was trying to shift the pressure. There's going to be a lot of, you know, Irish support in there, not only for him, but my friend Mick Conlon, who's co-main event on the card, you know, and the comeback fight is on the card and bringing his Irish support as well. So, you know, maybe he doesn't like the pressure if he's trying to shift it from himself, to say that there's no pressure on him. You know, I love the pressure, I thrive on it, and I always have ever since I first set foot in the ring. You know, carrying the Eubank name, you know, I love it and I thrive on it, and for him trying to shift it off of him maybe shows that he doesn't like the pressure.
As I've said, from my 12th fight, I fought Jack Catterall, world #1, and from then, every single fight I've had is hard. Every single fight, world level fights, every single time. And I just feel, even in the spars, I'm sparring world class, like Boots, Tyrone Ennis. He was my sparring partner for 2 years. Other massive name, Mark Corba. I went around the world and sparred some of the best people, fought some of the best people, had an outstanding amateur pedigree. So I fought every single style, every single thing you can possibly think of. He's boxed for 4 years. I've not boxed for longer than he's boxed. I've been boxing for 26 years, and I just think the experience and the stuff, the fights I've been through and the grit, and I know when a fight gets tough, I grit down, I bite down, I go for it. Does he? We don't know if he does, because he's never been tested like that. Maybe he will, maybe he'll grit down, he'll bite down his gum shield and he'll go for it, but we don't know right now. Right now, he's unknown.
It's amazing. It's continuing the legacy that's been left, you know, by my uncle, and, you know, continue to be carried high by my cousin. You know, it's an honor to walk in that ring and represent the family name. So, like you say, I always carry it with pride, and I aim to do that with my performances and make a statement with the, waving the Eubank name high.
How much convincing did you need when the phone call rang?
Oh, none. Right after my fight, there was an interview and they asked who I wanted to fight, and I mentioned 3 names, and Harlem was one of them. Harlem was the main fight I wanted. He fought a week before I fought. I watched it. I felt I'm a better man than him. So that's why I called him out straight away after my fight. I don't think it took much talking on his end either. So we both want this, we both fancy it, and I'm buzzing for it. Because the only thing I'm doing for my career now that I finish is having wars. And going in there, I can promise, I can guarantee, no matter what his game plan is, I don't give a fuck what his game plan is. I'm going in and I'm making him have a war. We're standing in the centre ring, I'm pushing him back, I'm pressuring him, and I'm going to hurt him.
It's going to be, it's going to be an amazing night. It's the perfect fight to give the people back in Brighton. They've been calling out for another big fight in Brighton, and this is the perfect one. It's going to be a great fight. I think he's going to come and bring it, give it his best. I think this is a Tyrone that we probably haven't seen before. He made it clear that he's taken himself away to Germany in camp, and I don't think he's ever done that before. He's taken the sport very seriously, so I'm expecting the best version of Tyrone, and I'm going to go in there and put on an explosive performance.